Good morning. Good morning, sunshine. How you doing? welcome back. Well, if it's your first time here, awesome to have you. Coffee Talk is a little more real organic and raw. And, whether you show up in your slippers, you guys ever do that? You ever go to the coffee shop, like, in your pajamas or, like, maybe not your pajamas, but, like, in your slippers or, like, that may be extreme, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you just want to go to the coffee shop to either pick up a coffee, not necessarily sit inside, but either way, I guess both would work too. I mean, do you get dressed up or do you just put whatever on just to get out the door and get that coffee? I'm curious. Let me know. I got my coffee. Oh, that's so weird that it's not showing up. Oh, it's white. Why is it looking all weird and gray? Weird. Ah, look at that. You can see the guitar. And that guitar is behind me. That's so weird. Because this is silver. Huh. Yeah, I've been up since like 3 o'clock. So instead of me being awake at this point, now I'm like tired because I've been actually up. I was reading, doing stuff. Anyway, how you doing, sunshine? How's your day so far? What's the plan? How's the weather? I mean, if I were calling you on the phone right now, that's exactly what I'd be like, hey, what's up? Good morning, sunshine. It depends, right? It would come out natural. And then I'd be like, so what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? Let's see who is with me already. With Coffee Talk. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I've been doing the viewer discretion advised for Coffee Talk. I'm pretty chill, right? I think a couple times I've gotten fired up. We don't need the intro for Coffee Talk. Oh, I didn't mean to smack my mouth like that, but I might have put a little too much cream. That's why it's like, because I feel like I'm kind of swallowing whipped cream. Oh, man. Boy, I got so much I want to get into, but I don't know if I will at all. It's up to you guys. I got from all the way from Brandon Straka. Do you guys remember that guy? To the fake doctors on Twitter. Did you guys get that? To the fact that Breaking Points, and I think they've been doing a really good job, that show with Crystal and Cigar. The Jimmy Dore the Jimmy Dore show had a clip where he's like, oh, here we catching them lying. And see, that's the thing. Like, that's why people got to be careful when they're on this platform. And that's the other reason, again, why I'm here all the time. Because I'm going, I can guarantee you, I can put my money in my mouth, however you fucking say it. But you know what? Yeah, I wanted to talk about something that Tom MacDonald mentioned. I have pulled up that stuff too. I got a little thing about the deep state mafia, but I don't think that would be too long. But all these things are getting exposed, right? So that's cool that now we have the receipts. It's not just speculation. I also want to get into the Epstein and how that attorney that sued JP Morgan, did you guys hear about that? They fire her. I've been wanting to talk about this stuff. And again, what happens to me? Well, what happens? I get into 1 or 2 stories and that's it. I run out of time. But I mean, I can go on just on one clip from the PBD podcast with Patrick Bet-David and with Neil deGrasse. I hope I said it right. Oh man, this shit. I'm going to show it to you guys. Like, I'll just screen share, like, the look of it, and you guys let me know. But before I get even started, before I even go there, yeah, I wanted to talk about, or at least if you guys have heard about the media blackout that happened at a power plant, meaning there was an attack on a power plant and the media didn't mention it. Again, you know how I always talk about when the agenda, when the propaganda, when the deep state is telling them what to do, which is 24/7. We'd be watching this replay just like we did with the George Floyd situation. And then I also have another clip by my boy Jim Breuer. I think I said it right. Love him. I think he's sincere. I think he's got a good heart. I think he's a good soul, and he's funny. And he's talking. There's a little clip in his, our podcast. I wouldn't play the whole thing, but I just like, right when I saw it yesterday, I was like, exactly the way I've been feeling. And I thought you guys would enjoy it and laugh and whatnot. But before I get in there, oh, sorry. Hope I wasn't too loud. Let's see who is with me. Good morning, sunshines. Nightmare, how you doing? Hello, good morning. The Major, how you doing? Yeah, I love it. Capital U, baby. Yes. Good morning. Is that, hey, Tanya Gray, is that supposed to be a how you doing? Or how you doing? No, it's bad. Yeah. Wait. You put I just noticed. You just put got you. So it is a, how you doing? How you need, wait, the Major goes, need dot more dot coffee. I had this coffee and I had to reheat it. And I didn't really reheat it enough. And I think that's why the cream kind of like looked. I mean, I could drink cold coffee, but it's really cold today. AC Nelson, good morning. Haven't seen you around Coffee Talk. I figure you working at this time normally? Good morning, Olga. How you doing? Bolt fire emoji and mahalo. Good morning to all the Perez Patriots. Hashtag Perez Patriots. So what's going on, guys? Did you watch the news? Did you hear anything? What's the first thing that popped in your phone? Because you know they're listening to us all the time. So if you think it's your choices, it's not. Yeah, give it to Olga to kind of burst your bubble. Not that I'm sure if you guys are following me or like connected, then you already know. But I just have to say that. I just have to say how everyone, again, with the Andrew Tate thing, and I am going to dedicate. I don't know. I don't think it would be appropriate during a coffee talk. I might just... oh, wait a minute. Now I see. Guys, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. Wait. I'm not sure if I can do this without messing this shit up. Now it's better. Yeah, I had the setting something off. Whatever. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Clara. Tanya, great. It's an Olga style. How you doing? Yeah. I'm not kidding. It's not that I walk that way, but say I walk in the local coffee shop. I don't walk in there and be like, "How you doing?" But what I'll do is like when I do approach the barista, just to make them laugh, just to make them smile, just to catch them off guard, I'll go. They'll be like, "Hi, can I help you today?" And I'll be like, "What?" Actually, it just depends on what they say. But if it's appropriate and it comes out organic, then I'll be like, "How you doing?" And everyone's always laughing. Because most of these people are not even from South Philly. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's not the South Philly people working in these coffee shops. It's just FYI. Or cashiers. You know, that kind of stuff. Like they're day and day or at the UPS. Maybe at the UPS. Yeah, maybe at the UPS, like the mail and all that. Speaking of the mail, I got to pick up the mail. Anyway, I got a shout out. I got such a surprise this morning. But I don't see Chad. Chad sent me coffees. He says, I'm sorry I haven't been able to make the last few lives. I noticed that I hadn't seen him up. But that was so sweet. So shout out to Chad Edwards. Thank you so much for the coffee. Your support means everything. You really don't know. I don't want to talk about me, but yeah. Make sure to smash that like button if you haven't already. Everything you do, your comments, your likes, your interaction here on the live, even if it's just an emoji, you know it. But yeah, coffee talk. So if all the things that I've mentioned, guys, what are you most interested in? Or do you want me to just go down the line? I mean, how much time do you guys have? Because I could go on. I have some time today, but I will warn you that at 10 o'clock, I have some construction guys coming to fix a part of my living room floor. So I'll have to leave the studio, or at least I got to let them in the house, so I have to leave the studio. I could come back. It's an awkward day, but at least I showed up. Because as long as I'm alive, I'm showing up. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay. What's up? What did I miss in the chat? Olga, did you hear about the Canadian news reporter that went into a seizure live on air? Yes, I did. I saw that. Yes, I did. And of course, they're trying to say that they don't really know what the cause of it is. And they're pretty much, it sounds to me that they're pretty much immediately denying that it had anything to do with the jab. And guys, I can't repeat this. I mean, I can't say this enough. This is the only thing I'm going to pester you with, is that I seriously, YouTube, they will not listen. I had a friend of mine send me a reaction video of somebody else. Never seen them, never heard of them. Like I said, I didn't even know the reaction thing was a thing. And of course, once you guys got me into it, then I kind of looked a little bit here and there just to get an idea. But I never really watched anybody's reaction because I felt that it would taint me. And I wouldn't be able to be genuine, authentic in myself and real and unique, right? But then a friend of mine who was never interested in reaction videos, also didn't know that it existed, was not interested at all. But since he's been watching me, because we haven't been hanging out, so like the only time lately that he gets to like, see what's Olga up to is through the Olga S show. And I guess, I don't know if he really went down a rabbit hole, but he sent me a link of this girl. And he wrote, "You are so much better." And so we had a phone call, and I said, "Well, is that the only reaction that you watch? Like, to be fair." And he's like, "No." He's like, "I actually went down this real rabbit hole, and I just gave you like this one that I was just like," because he was like, "This particular one has so many views." So this morning, when I was looking for the best hashtags to put on my video so that people can find me, but see, it doesn't matter what I do. YouTube ain't having it. In fact, when I tried to put an ad on the Tom MacDonald video names, they came back and said it went against community guidelines. Are you hearing this, guys? Are you hearing this? And if you haven't seen or heard of the name Tom MacDonald and the song Names, please look it up, because that's how bad this shit is. It's even affecting the woke, guys. It's affecting you. If you're pro censorship, if you're pro control, basically communism, authoritarianism, tyrannical, narcissistic, stupid ass. Obviously, my profanity doesn't help, but you know what I'm saying? It's like a catch-22. It's like I gotta be chill and cool, and then all of a sudden, I can't be human. I mean, I'm getting reared up to and I'm not saying I'm the best and everyone's gonna like me. But it's impossible. So I go down this just one. I go, okay, this girl's got about 50,000 subscribers. She had the same video I did a few days ago. that she had done a few days ago. Of course, she's got 50,000 subscribers, so she's going to have more views. But she had like a ton, like I think, I could be wrong, but it's something like 97,000. Okay? I don't know how it went viral or something. Regardless, I could be wrong. But let's just say she had at least 50,000 views. Just in case I'm confused with some other numbers I was looking at. So I go, okay. And I click on it just to see, like, you know, what do they like about her? Like, what makes her special? What makes her good? Not that I want to copy it. I want to understand. And then realize, I figured I would find out maybe she has a specific type of audience. So I kind of found that. I found that she has a specific audience. She's in fact, I don't want to say too much about her because I don't want this to come out wrong. But the truth is, the reason why, when I went in that research, she literally had a post on how she got to, it's been a year, she said. And that's almost when I started this channel. Granted, I didn't get consistent until about July. Like, you know what I mean? Consistent and like posting more than once a week, that kind of stuff. And in 1 year, she got to 50,000. I'm at 1,400 and it's been a year almost. Either way, even if I've only been consistent for half a year, 6 months, that's all I'm going to get? 1,400 6 months from now? You guys don't see the back end. You don't see all the emails that I get from YouTube. I mean, they won't let me monetize my videos, everything. And that's the other thing. The reaction videos, they won't let me monetize it. So what the fuck am I doing here? I mean, I love to be here with you guys, but I need to work. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the other reason why I built locals. Because that way, first of all, YouTube isn't taking your money and my money because they take a big cut. I don't know if you guys know it. Don't want to turn you off by that either. But do you see what I'm saying? So I know your money's better there. I know I can be more myself there. And I got so much planned that I can't do here. You know what I mean? And it's $3 a month as a supporter. You can give whatever you want. That's a coffee a month. You know what I mean? And that, it just makes me feel more empowered too, to be like, kind of like Steven Crowder, right? Like, fuck you, YouTube. Anyway, but hey, Tom McDonald's used this medium. Like, everyone uses this medium. It makes sense. It's the biggest platform of its kind. So great. But yeah. So as you can see, I just unpacked a lot, and I appreciate all your comments. Just so much support from you guys. I think if I heard of you guys tell me I sucked and you hated me, I'd understand. But when I get people, telling me keep going, I'm like, see, I'm going to get choked up. Because this is so huge for me. I'm basically giving up my entire life. And I know that sounds insane, but that's exactly, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, or my mouth where my money is, however that goes. Because, with my Spanish, I get everything twisted in my dyslexia. But here's the thing. When I tell my clients, do it, have the faith, have the courage. You see what I'm saying? So I'm doing the same thing. And what would I tell a client if it's not working out for them? I would say, well, let's have a real honest look at yourself. And if you suck at it or people don't like you, right? You got to know when to stop. Anyway. This is seriously, I would be talking to you on the phone right now. When I call a friend, colleague, mentor, and they're like, oh, what's going on? I'm like, oh, this fucking YouTube. And I would go on a rant like this. So I don't mean to turn you guys off, but for someone who's here live all the time, real and raw, I got to show you everything. But of course, that's the other reason for the locals, where I'll show you everything you want to know. Nothing hidden from here, because that's the whole point. I want to prove that so many of these YouTubers, I would say 98, I'm being nice. I believe it's more like 99, but who knows? Because there's so many people on YouTube and I have not seen them all. But the main ones, they're sellouts and they're fakes. They really are. And I'm disappointed in so many of them. I wish they weren't, because they're so talented. They're so well-versed. They're so intellectual. They sound so convincing. But once I see their soul, and once they've had an opportunity to level up and rise their vibration. And see, isn't that funny? You can't be passionate and curse and be a good person, supposedly, right? Yeah, right. That's why Jesus got mad at the temple. Okay, I'm not comparing myself to Jesus. Don't relax. Yeah, so like this content, subscribe, share. Because I'm going to go nowhere. It's done. There's nothing I can do unless I start a new channel. Then I would have to like not talk. You know what I mean? Because all the shit they're putting in front of me, it's like, so they want me to be fake. They literally want people to be fake. And if people want to make money, which I don't blame them. If they have kids, they have a family, like Ben Shapiro, they got to say it. But then also they got their little protections going on as well. But see, they don't mind being fake. And trust me, how many of them have a fucking story or stories of going through hell and back like Hercules? I want to fucking hear one of them. They got one story. Okay, good for you. And I'm glad you stood up for yourself. And then what? Oh, man, the truth always comes out. It's just a matter of time. Ay, ay, ay. Aren't people just tired of the same shit? Like even when I was watching, Tim Pool's show, I would like that, he has different guests. So the conversation would change just based on different people coming and going. I didn't even discover him until COVID, to be honest with you, until I was locked in. And so I was like, oh, okay. It was nice to hear everybody's intake about the political situation. Even on a global level. But at the same time, I was like, if I fucking hear one more time, the left, the right, that's it. Do you see what I mean? How could people do this? I don't even know. I guess he's been on for 3 or 4 years or more, whatever. What the fuck? How is that a conversation? Just shoot me. Even a doctor that goes to work every day and has the same old lingo, I'm sure he wants to go home, decompress, like all of us, right? Can you imagine? If you take your job with you and you're talking still like that? No, I can't. Okay, I'm going to look at your chats. But seriously, the one thing that pissed me off the most, the one thing that got me... Well, first of all, there was a lot of stuff that I want to share that was good stuff. Like the Tom MacDonald thing for today. But then also, I'm really... Because, again, these people that we put, like Saint Fettuccine, like Neil deGrasse, what makes that guy so great? I'm big into science, specifically quantum physics, but obviously with my astrology, also the cosmos. So I know... I'm going to say his name wrong. I say names wrong. Was this Cigar? His mentor. I'm trying to... Because I can't hear you guys in the live chat. Is it Carl Sagar? Oh my God, why am I... I'm going to look at the live chat. Somebody's got to help me out here. Carl Saggart or something? What's his name? Guys, the science guy. Anyway. So, are you guys familiar even with Patrick Bet-David? Let me know in the chat. Where is it? Oh, got it. Do you see my screen, guys? Okay. So this is Patrick Bet-David. This is his podcast. And he's got Neil deGrasse on as a guest. And the subject, let me see if I can zoom it in so you guys can see it. Yeah. See that? The subject, or this clip from that podcast, they were wrong, in quote, exclamation in quote. Neil deGrasse Tyson and heated back. Oh, I don't even want to fucking say the word. The heated V debate with Patrick Bet-David. Has anyone seen this? This is my prime example of the other reason I'm here and the other reason that I'm gonna say it everywhere, every minute I can until I'm dead. This did you guys see this? First of all, let me look at the live chat, see what you guys think. Because it's actually a pretty long clip. And it's just him. My biggest thing, so he's defending the V. And oh my God, it's so disgusting. And here's this science guy. And he's supposed to be like all knowing. That's what we treat him as. I don't. But the thing is, if you're so smart, how can you be so fucking stupid? Number one. It's kind of like doctors. You can be, could be a great surgeon, right? But he doesn't know anything about dieting and food, which is part of health. So, okay, I could see it on that angle. But then, or is it also like, and I'm sorry, guys, but watching the way he's speaking, he thinks he's a superior being. And I already saw him here and there in other interviews for the past like 4 years that I was like, at first when he was just doing his little shows and talking about his mentor, okay, great. Other than that, and then all of a sudden he starts acting like a god and I'm like, oh my God, no, please, God, shut up. You're losing it for me. Your credibility, stop. And this, talk about, when I get worked up. Anyway, did you guys see this video? Let me say. Well, hey, good morning, Carrie. Wait, I don't know. Did I already see you? I'm sorry, guys. Whoever I missed. Olga, taking your own advice is hard to do. We all love you and what you do. Oh, thank you, AC Nelson. Right, Tanya? Or Carrie Lewis? The 1,425 doesn't make sense. It doesn't. And I'm getting choked up because it's like, it's definitely striking a chord. Because I'm working my ass off. And all the bullying that I've had my entire life, and I still do, it's like, damn. Because people assume, they look at me and they assume that everything comes easy to me or some shit. Or that, because I'm happy, it's just. So when I say your support means everything to me, I mean it. Doesn't matter whether you just show up. That means everything to me. What do you mean, Sacred Sage 88? What do you mean what happened to Hercules? Carl Sagan, right? Did I say it right? Thank you. Thank you, the Major. Wait, the Major, well, it's Neil deGrasse Tyson, so. Did you see him, what he said about the fucking V? Hashtag pay me. That's the other thing that came up. You know how I tell you guys I meditate every day, especially in the mornings and at night, but even during the day. Like I meditate all the time. And through my meditation, things will come through. And, oh shit, I just lost my thought. Fuck, I probably should be meditating right now. Hey, what do you guys think about that? Do you think on my morning coffee talk, should we start off with a meditation? Let me know in the comments, or if you're watching this replay, let me know in the comments below. What was I going to say? I was just going to say, anyways, you guys didn't tell me if you wanted me to get into that clip at all. I should have cued it right in that moment, but it was just, these people are so disgusting. Marissa Armandi, hello, how are you? I was just thinking about you. Hope you're feeling better. Oh, she goes, I love Neil deGrasse Tyson, but didn't see this video. Oh, okay, I gotta play a little bit of it then. No, I'm telling you, these people. Okay, all right, let me see real quick.
Scientists are right.
No, we're saying that the system in place.
The 16,000 that signed that.
No. The system in place to test vaccines.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Watch this. Okay.
From what we knew at the beginning of COVID to what we know today, What do we know about the vaccine today that we didn't know while we were all testing it in America, taking it? What have we learned now?
What do you mean testing it on America? There were tests before it was released.
9 months is not a long time to test.
No, but it was tested.
Yeah, but 9 months. The average is 30. The average is 5 to 10 years. I mean, 9 months is not enough.
Okay, so you have to say
test.
no. You have to ask. Hold on. It was tested in trials. Okay. By the way, I'm not claiming to be the expert on all this. I read all the same things you have, but I'm a scientist, so I read it as a scientist.
Here we go.
There were
Here
trials.
we go with
That's
that
what the
shit.
point of phase
Here we
1,
go.
2, 3 trials
But
are
I'm a
all about.
scientist. The ego. That's why the ego will always fail you. The ego lies. Always. Because it's always there to protect itself. It's fear. It's insecurity. So, okay, honey, I don't blame you. You're just a scientist. I don't expect you to be Hercules or a good person or maybe like a Braveheart. Now, just, I know, we're just getting started. Hold on.
Not enough.
Okay, so you have to say,
test.
no, you have to ask. Hold on. It was tested in trials. Okay. By the way, I'm not claiming to be the expert on all this. I read all the same things you have, but I'm a scientist, so I read it as a scientist. Okay. There were trials. That's what the point of phase 1, 2, 3 trials are all about. They are tested enough to get data on how to then advise the larger population. Yes, it was tested. For you to say it wasn't tested is a gap between your awareness and understanding how things work and what actually happened. It was.
You know what I mean? Like, you're supposed to be mature, asshole. At least that. Jesus.
Tested. If you want it to be tested on millions of people instead of thousands, you can put in for that. You can say, I don't want this unless it's millions. That's okay.
Totally
we
fine
could?
with me.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
That's fine.
But we weren't given that option, ass.
So based on that, do you say, let's keep testing it while the virus keeps spreading? Okay? Right. So this is the contest between the information you have available to you at that moment and what's going on outside the lab.
You know, I told you guys, first of all, I call it the plandemic, and I will call it that from the day it started. Actually, I was saying they were going to do this shit before it started. Number one, for those who know me, they know before I did this channel. Number one. Number two, I trust my instinct 100% more than anything, more than any doctor, more than anything. And I'm like, this is not. And the first thing I said, and don't get offended if you feel, if you have anybody in your family, you know, you lost any loved ones during it, I understand. And I'm with you with my whole heart. But my instinct immediately went from, if this is a plandemic, like the plague, we would be dropping like flies. They were making it seem that way on the television, but my reality wasn't like that. I walked to the hospital when they were saying it was packed. But see, I'm not allowed to say these things. Get it? That's why we talk and I go further on locals.
People are dying. Hospitals are becoming overloaded.
Now, hey, Neil, did you actually go in person? Did you check 3 or 4 of them in 3 different states? Number one. Number two, like, did you see with your own eyes? He's full of shit, guys.
So
The major, hashtag pay me in caps. You couldn't have said it better.
do you say we have good data on
See,
the
that's what I'm saying.
1,000?
We need to start taking these people down. We need to stop praising them. Dr. St. Fauci, this guy, all of them, Billy Goats. We need to stop. We need to stop putting them on the platform. We need to start telling the people that put them on platforms, including our favorite podcasters, YouTubers, to stop doing this shit. I like the fact that Pat David was being honest and confronting. Pat loves to do that. He loves to play devil's advocate. He loves to, and of course, what's his sign? Libra.
It's not yet at 1 million in case you wanted 1 million. Are you going to say...
In case you wanted 1 million. Again, he also implies that we had a choice. Did anybody give you a choice? Nobody gave me a choice. Did they give us a choice? Did they really say that we're gonna test this on 1 million before, while you guys are all dropping like flies? Supposedly.
Let's
Allegedly?
still do it let's wait another 6 months so we get another 1 million in here. Will you do that as a public health
No,
professional?
no. I would have said, allow the individual to still have a choice that's okay with 1,000 instead of a few million. Leave the person have the choice.
That's right.
Not force him to take it, or else you're going to get out of the Marines, and you've been doing this for 14
Now,
years.
here's
Not
the best part. Here's the best part's coming up right now. And that's all I'm going to play because it's a long clip.
force him to take it, or else you have to quit your job as a nurse.
There's a public
It's
health
force versus
There's a
choice.
There's a public health contract that you have signed
Ooh!
implicitly as a citizen.
Where is that? Please, somebody show me. If I stand corrected, I will stand corrected. Please, somebody show me where as a citizen. Because if that's the truth, I'm going to fight it right now. I'm going to fight it. No, I'm not kidding. I will do this. I'm going to look at the chats right now. Real quick, though, I was looking at Rumble. Rumble, good morning. If you're with me, make sure to smash that like button. Well, actually, Rumble. Smash that Rumble. Give me a Rumble. How you doing? Oh, isn't that funny? I had posted a comment in the chat, and I don't see it there right now. I wonder if it goes away after a certain time, or... Good morning, Sunshine's over there at Rumble. Say hello. Send me a wave, an emoji. It doesn't matter if you have any questions. Up. And I thank you in advance for coming by and liking, rumbling. Join me on Locals. Anyway, you probably already heard it all. Hey, Evil V Twin. Good morning. Welcome. Hello. Thanks for the chat. Okay. All right. Because when I started doing both lives on Rumble, was it like a week now or 2 weeks now? I was getting into the habit of putting them side by side, and sometimes I still forget a little bit. Anyway. Oh my God, did I just change it? Okay. What? I'm just... Where is it? You guys are still seeing it, right? Oh my God. I'm like, no, I can't get back to the chat. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what do you guys think so far? I really lost that tab. I don't know how I just deleted that tab. But I could pull it up real quick, obviously. Here we go. Do you want me to let him finish a couple more words, or did you get enough of the gist of this? And of course, you can watch it yourself.
Force him to take it, or else you're going to get out of the Marines, and you've been doing this for 14.
Just want to make sure that you guys got, because I didn't see the whole 20 minutes, but I saw this part. I got fired up. I was like, let me just save it, kind of, so I could do a real raw reaction with you guys of the whole thing.
Years, not force him to take it, or else you have to quit your job as a nurse.
There's a public health
force versus
there's a
choice.
No.
No.
There's a public health contract that you have signed implicitly as a citizen of.
Okay, that's where I started going off. And what did you guys say? I'm looking at your chats now. What do you got? What do you guys have to say? Oh, thanks, Victor. I'm glad you enjoyed it. The reaction from Adam. Marissa Armandi, from day one, COVID has not been logical or about science. It's been about control and money. Boom. Why are we trying to mansplain? Don't even get me started with that word. For another day, I'm gonna get into that word. That's a good one. I've been. A girlfriend of mine was using it a couple months ago, and I went down there with her. I'm like, you really should not. But yeah, I got you. I got you, Marissa. Mansplain into some science thing. Laugh out loud. Yeah. The major science, like philosophy, Both make their living spewing BS, except for the 1% who can prove what they say. I dodged the anthrax jab in 1990. I'm still alive, unlike a lot of people I served with at that time. The major. Good for you. And I'm sorry. Yeah, exactly. Nightmare. Exactly, nightmare. I didn't sign anything. And I was a good citizen. Yeah, exactly. What the? Tanya, I have, in quote, trust the science PTSD. That was a good way to say it. By definition, is to question. Absolutely. Exactly. No, yeah. They're trying to make us lose it. Like 1984, George Orwell. I was forced to take it or lose my job. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, same with my sister who's a nurse, or one of my sisters. And I fear my health now. Oh, no. You know what? Again, I can't really talk about it here, but I think I got some good news. You might have already heard it. But Tanya, to be continued at Locals. Guys, and if you want to hear about it, I'm telling you, come join me at Locals. Victor... Oh, Carrie Lewis, my wife is a nurse. Yeah, I think you said that yesterday too. My wife is a nurse, has lost all faith in healthcare industry after the pandemic. Yeah. I mean, like I told you guys, I have several friends that are doctors, nurses too, but mostly doctors, surgeons, and like I was telling you guys the other day about this one doctor from England who then came to work here, and she quit. She gave up. She was general medicine. I forget that. It starts with an I. The abbreviation of them. Anyway, so, and she just completely, all those years, all those studies, all that money, and went to India. Know what I'm saying? Started meditating, opened her own holistic practice, completely changed her life, dropped everything. And I remember, because I met her in 2008. And from the moment I met her, she was telling me how hospitals, like the healthcare, did not care about people's health. Straight up. And she went from hospital to hospital in 4 different states. She came from England too. And she's like, it happens in England too, but not as bad as here. But what makes England worse, we're better. But it's the fact that they sucked the soul out of her. The whole reason for her to become a doctor was to help people. And that's not what the hospitals want you to do. So with the pandemic, it just goes to show you how it's a business and the government is owned by corporations that are owned by the elite that own everything. And so they just want to, telling you, the easiest way to have power is to not participate in their society. Honestly, I personally did not go to Target, Dunkin', none of those things that were open during the pandemic. Nothing out of my ass. Nothing. And I went to the farmer's market as much as I could, even when the farmer's market wasn't even coming out because of it. I would barter. I would call people. I would look online. I'd do anything. There was a certain point that the only places that were open for a few hours a day was like Whole Foods and like, the major supermarkets. And there was a line and you had to do the 6 feet. And I'm like, man. And I had plenty of food because I'm kind of like, I'm a rat in the Chinese astrology. So I always store shit. I even canned my own foods and everything. Believe it or not, living in Center City, Philadelphia. But, certain times like you would get tired. Like I wanted some fresh produce in the middle of the winter because, March was cold. So I'm grateful for that. But I remember also the shelves being empty. And now I also remember, because I know people are like, oh, wow, my bill. I used to only spend like $50 or $75 or whatever it is, right? And now it's double. And I'm going, you're just looking at that? I'm like, what do they call it? There's a word. And I think I shared it in one of my lives months ago about, this guy coined it as a spin on the inflation word. And it's because, they're like my deodorant, right? They give you less ounces, but you can't really tell, and they're charging you more. Think about that. Think about that. You know, I'm going to buy a pound of chicken or whatever, and I know what it usually costs. And on sale, it would be like $1.39 for a whole chicken per pound, right? And now it's like $3.29 on sale. No! It wasn't even $3.29 when it was the regular price. It was $2.29 or $2.49. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And we just keep taking it and taking it. Because you know what they know. That once people are starving for real, like once you and I were all starving, then we'll revolt. But see, before they do that, they're going to take it all away. Suck it all out. So that's why I want us to stop fucking giving them anything. Jesus Christ, I cut my own hair. No. I mean, I just don't... The fact that we act like we don't have power when we do. That's what I'm missing here. That's what my biggest mission is. Mary Tasho, did I miss you? Or did I already say hello? Good morning. Yeah. They're shrinking everything and the price is going up. Exactly. Anyway, I'm sorry. Did you guys want me to play another minute of this clip? Because I was looking for comments about this clip.
Where in part we depend on each other for health, our wealth, our security, and the like. And that contract is...
Again, I know you guys said... I know that I saw some comments about the contract. Seriously, guys. Seriously. There is no contract, correct? Please correct me. The major, try buying a 2x4 board, but use a tape measure first. Yeah. On the power of PSYOPs. Yes. Because physical wounds heal. Yes. Very Tasho. Neil is a dummy, but look at these. But look at him. Patrick McDavid is on my list to ask him to either be a guest on my show or to have me on as a guest. Let's see. But see, to them, it's like, how many followers do you have? You know? It's like, how about you have me on your show and you'll see what a difference now your audience will react, because there's nothing like us, guys. And how cool is that going to be with you guys? I hope that you don't miss it, and whether they come to my show or I come to their show. Not given. Way before the pandemic, I had to see a doctor because I was in an accident. This doctor was old school and made me feel comfortable and said they don't teach bedside manners anymore. That's a good one. Right on. Yes, Tanya. I'm on a new diet, the inflation diet. I hope you're being funny, honey, because I'm not trying to laugh. It's better than me too, because you can't afford to buy healthy food or it's not available. And they've changed the food pyramid where sweets and carbs on top. Excuse me. The major 2x4s are the new gold bars. Yeah. Yeah, and I heard that we should be, this is from like Backdoor. I don't think they're really saying it out in the main. But copper. In a couple years. So I was just looking into that. Yeah, because I mean, think about it. How many people are going to think about copper? That's just one reason. But it's going to be. It's going to be. Don't even get me started. Because again, anything I say can be used against me, kind of, you know. So I have to say allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. You're getting chickens also. Oh, you're buying your own stuff. Exactly. That's the thing I want to get out of the city because of that. And that's the other reason I was going to go to Florida. First of all, because I like warm weather. I was born in Naples, raised in Spain, especially the south of Spain on the beach. So, like, I could go with some nice weather. But at the same time, wait, did I lose? I was like, where's my Rumble? Oh, that's where the. Just want to see how Rumble's doing. Hey, Tropical Funk. Hey. Welcome. Thank you for leaving a little chat. How you doing? Smash that Rumble if you haven't already. Great to see you. Let me know, too. Have you been here before? Have you already subscribed to my channel or you're new? Did you just bump into me? That'd be awesome to know. Thank you. And even if you guys, whoever's watching the replay on Rumble, make sure to comment. Sometimes I got a Twitch in here. I haven't seen Twitch here. Hey, Amam. Hope I said that right. What's up? Come to Texas. We don't have state income tax. Yeah, I have a couple of siblings there. Well, no, actually, no, now one. Got some family over there. Yes, Mary Tasha, get to the Sunshine State. Yeah, but the thing is, the thing I have such a hard time with is I love walking everywhere, and then Florida, and then but I want my chickens, right? So it's like, depending on a car to get everywhere. I mean, I know I could be on a bike, but it's too hot to be on a bike. I'm too old for that. And what else? Oh, so
in the
hey,
best.
Marissa, did that answer your question? And that's just a little bit, but you can look it up yourself. But wait. Here's something pretty entertaining. What do you guys think about Jim Breuer or Breuer, right? I think it's Breuer. Oh, shit. I just closed something out. Of course, I accidentally closed the one. That was the Breuer one. Fuck. And I had it all queued up to exactly what I wanted to show you. Okay, I'll be quick. I think I got this. I almost started today with a little dance. Then I decided maybe it's not appropriate for coffee talk. But get ready. I'm going to start mixing it up in the morning, or at least in my lives. Because they keep censoring me. And they keep, everything is, copyright, can't monetize this. Okay. I'm not trying to make money off somebody else's work. But at the same time, here we go. Ooh. Weirdly, it went straight to where I had it queued. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. This guy's a good soul, strong man. I like him a lot.
So, in the background, I did some deep ones. So, are you able to in post production, Mike? Are you able to different colors behind? I like that answer, Mike. Just out of the shower. I like that.
That's right, man.
All right, here we go. A little over 2 minutes long, I believe. Yep. Look at me. I'm already. Look at how swollen my face is. You see what I mean by my face is swollen?
Yeah. I mean, the camera.
To you, it's not, but to me, it's a mess. Fat Jimmy's. It's it. Starts today.
Goes down today.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do this.
These are such hard times to parent.
Oh God!
You know why they're such hard times to parent? Because
let's just
the serpents. They're serpents. You can I hear people say, "Oh, it's social media and it's TikTok, it's Instagram, it's the Snapchat." Yes, but here's the thing: those are just items. They're just items. They don't do anything unless someone creates a program, thinks about how to execute the program, thinks about how to market the program, thinks about its target audience. Bing! There's a
I
lot
love
of
that.
thought that goes into those devices and those apps.
Exactly.
Hence, serpents.
I love it.
People without souls, people whose God is money and power. Money. I've met human beings that say, listen, I love money, and I put that right out the front. I love money. I've heard people say that.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Me too.
Money
Please.
will make you do. Not make you do. You will choose. You will choose to sell your soul for money. So stop saying it's the machines, it's social media. No.
He's not being funny. I'm not laughing because he's funny.
Of humanity.
Okay? I'm laughing because that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes when I watch parts of my live streams, matter of fact, I think AC Nelson, yeah, you reached out and you were like, something like, I don't know, one of your comments. Anyway, you were laughing your ass off. And when I go and watch it, I usually don't laugh. I don't think I'm funny. But the other day, I think it was Friday, episode 79, I could see, I was like, why was it so funny? And I started laughing my ass off. And I'm like, and it's because of this shit. Like real passion, not giving a shit.
Stop saying it's the machines, it's social media. No.
Because we're losing it. It's like
It's the serpents of humanity.
yes.
The liars, the cheaters, the low frequency, the thoughtless.
Oh, I remember how I ended this.
Evil.
I remember how I ended this.
Disturbing. Serpents. They're not coming for your kids. They have your kids. I hope this wasn't recording because these are things I would never say in public. Never.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right? What do you guys got to say about that? And that's just a little clip. But then, yeah, I guess we're running out of time. I have to go. I can hear the guys came to fix the floor. And I need to be out there. I could come back on. In fact, I plan on going on Locals. So, join me on Locals. I don't know, maybe in a half hour, or maybe 11 o'clock maybe. Or maybe I'll just do like 12 o'clock. Let me know what time, guys. I don't know how long it's going to take me to go fix some stuff. I got to look at my calendar. I'm not even looking at my calendar. See, I lose myself when I'm with you guys. And yeah, I've been dying to share this Tom MacDonald thing, but okay, all right. Some other time. But you guys did hear about the fake doctors on Twitter, right? So again, all the things that I was saying, okay, now we have the receipts and the proof. But how about Brandon Straka? I didn't even know anything about him. It was one of my sisters that told me about him during the whole 2020 thing. And I looked him up and I'm like, oh, okay. This whole movement that he was doing. And I really liked him. And then he did the J6 thing. Which, remember how yesterday in the live I mentioned and I showed a few clips about Brazil and what's going on with Brazil and how they're storming instead of insurrection word, right, for the capital. But, and of course, a lot of them were getting arrested. But there's a difference. And I was just sharing those clips with you guys just to get the conversation going. And I hope you guys have seen some more of it because I'm going to get into it in the next live on that connection and us and our J6 situation. Because I just grazed over it. It was very superficial, but there was a much deeper connection I wanted to make. Because remember the whole time I kept saying, doesn't it look familiar? Doesn't it look familiar, right? Which is I'm implying J6. But there are differences that I will be getting into. Hey, Marissa, what's up? Oh, the snake emoji. 3 snakes at that. What a number. Oh. Ah! Oh, you're 6 to 7. Oh, I'll do my best to catch you at locals. Marissa, have a nice day, everyone. Yes, you too. I'm sorry I missed most of the show. Love what song? Oh, Tom McDonald's song, The System Makes Sense. Yeah, I did a reaction. Did you see it? Carrie Lewis? It's in the reaction playlist. And I think there's 2 of them because I did the live stream, but it was a long live stream because I think I cut it up into one clip. I'm not sure. So there might be 2 versions. Yeah, funny and scary message from Jim. Yeah, this guy's speaking truth. The major makes sense. Having lived in Florida for the past 30 years and never even having to repair anything from hurricanes, I ain't worried. But I don't live on the coast either. Got it. Mary Tasha, no hurricanes, no tornadoes in beautiful Arizona. The major 2. Sacred Sage 88. Neither are earthquakes, but having survived my share of those, I'm not rolling that dice anymore. Yeah. The truth is an hour does go by so quick. Because I was even going to ask you guys. So Tom McDonald mentioned Sam, and I was like, who's this Sam guy? This other, was it Sam Smith? This other singer? Yeah. And I was like, sounds familiar, but then again, a lot of artists that I like, even I won't know their name, but I'll know their song. So I go and I look it up. And you know what? Let me get this out of the way because it's been really, I've been wanting to do this for a while now. For my Tom McDonald fans, and I'm, hashtag HOG. So he did this live, right? Like right before when he was getting everybody to make sure that he could get the #1 on the Billboard. So whether you've seen it or not, I specifically cued it right here where he's talking about Sam Smith. I'm like, who's this guy again, right? And I look at his song and I'm like, oh, that guy. Something like Say You Will or something like that. And I was like, oh. I'm like, why is he throwing like kind of shade to Sam Smith? And I go down some stuff and I find some stuff. And then I'm like, and then today, or was it yesterday, Tom posted like a meme. And I was like, funny that I was following through with that. So check this out.
And we're competing in pop music and we're winning while we're competing in pop music.
Let me rewind.
And put us in a new arena. This is going to be a big deal. And here we are a week later, and we've beaten Sam Smith, and we've beaten Taylor Swift, and we're competing in pop music, and we're winning while we're competing in pop music. This is exactly what I was talking about a week before the song came out. And now I said, this song is going to give us the opportunity to do things that we've never done before. Right now, this is the opportunity to do the thing that we've never done before. And the thing that we've never done before has been #1 on the pop charts on Billboard. And we have the opportunity.
Well, I know in a past live
to be the first.
I know in a past live I shared a clip from this video about what he was telling, like saying, like, look at me, I did it all of it by myself. I wrote it, produced it, right? Promoted it all by myself. These guys with the record labels that are also suppressing him, right? Again, bullying him, censoring him, all that. He was like, and you mentioned the Sam Smith guy, like he's got like 7 writers and all these producers and all this stuff. And I guess his song Unholy had been #1 at the time. So that's why, so from this clip, so I'm like, okay, who's the Sam Smith guy again? Oh, okay. I'm like, I remember his old song from years ago. And then I look up Unholy. And I was thinking about doing like a live reaction. But let me know, guys. I can do it in the future because honestly, I was just like, okay, let's see. Let's compare like which one is better, more quality. Like what makes this guy special? Like I want to see, why is this guy #1? Is it really better than Ghost, right? But I have to go now, so I can't get into that. But I definitely want to finish this. So here's his meme, right? Well, before I see his meme, I find this clip because, of course, I see Ed Sheeran, and I'm like, I love Ed Sheeran. Watch. And I have no idea what Sam looks like. I still think he looks the way he looked when he first came on the scene, I don't know, 10 years ago. I'm like, oh, look, Ed Sheeran's butt. And I mean, he's like my favorite ginger, okay? Back in the day, it was Eric Stoltz. Back in the day. Now, you know what? I'm like, no wonder. I'm like, oh, here we go with the woke classic. Not because he's gay. I'm cool with gay. It's like, I'm like, okay. And so he's singing that song that was what I think his breakout song was, to Stay With Me. And I'm like, oh, he looks really different. He gets to gain some weight. I guess he got older. Okay. But remember, that wasn't his style at all in the original video of this song. So I'm like, man, I've been like... But I do think they did a great duet here. All together. Okay, so you get me, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was going to share this with you guys. And then yesterday I see this that Tom MacDonald posted. And I'm like, okay, no such thing as coincidence. Timing is everything. It's Tom MacDonald posted 16 hours ago now, right? Ghost is starting to play everywhere on the radio. Have y'all heard it yet? Have y'all requested it on the local radio? Keep it going. We're making a huge impact. Here's his meme with Sam Smith in a onesie, glitter onesie, not in shape. I'm like completely like, what the? Look at this badass. Real man. Sorry, but yeah. Remember when Tom MacDonald dressed in skin-tight sparkling onesies and sang songs that 37 other people wrote so that he could have the #1 pop song in America? Yeah, me either. Isn't that great? Oh shit, I can't believe I didn't like it before. All right, there you got a like, baby. Yeah. So what do you think about that? Yeah. So I wanted to get that out of the way, that I had no clue he was talking about. And then the fact that when I found out, oh, I know that guy. And I'm like, God, what happened to him? I mean, it hasn't been that many years. It'd be different if, you know, like Aretha Franklin, right? You see her when she's 25 and then you see her at 60. I mean, what the fuck? And I'm like, and this guy was #1. So I did queue up the song. But A, I don't know if you guys are interested. Second, should I save it for another day? And third, I gotta go. But I'm definitely going to be on locals. I just can't figure out what time I'm going to be able to make it on locals. But it'll be soon. It'll be in the next half hour, something like that. So stay tuned. And make sure if you haven't already followed me on locals, go follow me on locals. Support me so you can see the whole live video and talk to me live. It's super cool. I've been getting really great feedback, and I'm getting really good at it. And the more of you that come, the more I'm going to show up. Like 2 to 3 times a day. Like I want to take you guys everywhere. You know? want to make it as real as possible without going to the fake metaverse. You know what I mean? Virtual reality. Yeah. You fucking call it virtual reality. Huh. I'll use technology to make it as real as possible. But I'm not going to go delusional like these people. Love Tom. Yes, he's a real man. Mm-hmm. Sam is younger than Tom. Doesn't look it. No. Oh. Wow. I didn't look up his age. Yeah. Question. Did you guys see the video or have you heard the song Unholy? I have not heard the song and I have not seen the video. And I thought, maybe that'd be a good reaction to do. I'm sure I can. I mean, if I love it, I'm going to tell you that I love it. But I'm really curious to see what I'm going to see. Based on because Tom MacDonald threw it out there, trying to beat him on the charts. Yeah, well, in Brazil, there's actually a chance of the military removing communists from stolen offices. Right, like it's getting... Right, but there was also like tons of arrest. And who was the major, who was the one arresting him? That's why I figured I wanted to really have my notes and everything. You know? All right, guys. Well, I don't know if I'm getting a lag. Where's my Rumble people? Hello. Oh, Tropical Funk. Yeah, this guy is the epitome. I must have read this a little late. Tropical Funk. But yeah, this guy's the epitome of the new civilian law. Built up from his reputation as a professional in his game. Then lauded because he toes the line. Toes, I think that's the way you pronounce it. English is my third language. The line, it speaks well. There's a contract because he says there is, and people believe him. Right! Thank you, Tropical Funk. Nah, I'm totally new. Good to find you. Awesome, man, or girl, or whatever you are. As long as you're a good creature, human being, not a serpent. Did you see that part about the serpent? From Jim Breuer, right? God. Guys, I know how to say stuff, believe me. It's just that sometimes I do twist it up. And then sometimes I don't. Sometimes I say it right, sometimes I don't. That's like the norm for me. Mm-hmm. If the jab works, the jab shouldn't be upset at the unjabbed. I mean, right, but their whole theory, because I mean, I've had friends of mine tell me this. They're like, they at first they just thought I was just being like stubborn, right? And they're just like, because they think they're doing something good. And I said, I don't trust any, even with before the pandemic, even before the crotch 19, I've always gotten a second opinion on any procedure. And in fact, when I would go to buildings, when I was working as an interpreter years ago, and they were saying that at first they, you would have like exemptions, even like religious exemptions to get the flu shot. That was just the flu shot. And I refused because I get so many allergic reactions to so many things. That's number one. Number two, I never get the flu. Like, what about the people that don't ever get sick? Like, what? And anyway, there was another one, the chicken pox. And I never had the chicken pox. And I know that in Spain I was tested for, and they were basically telling me that I was immune to it. And I had a doctor here, write a note for me so that I didn't have to get it done. It's like, the thing is, the V's, the jabs, are not the answer, not just for this virus, for everything. And one size does not fit all. That's science. So the fact that they won't include that, then I think you're evil. Or a very shitty doctor, which obviously I'm not going to go to a shitty doctor. It's like going to the OBGYN and knowing this guy is going to stick his fingers in you and possibly molest you. You're not going to do that. You're going to go and find another doctor, aren't you? Correct? But what usually happens? When those kind of doctors happen, what happens? The woman doesn't know what to do. She freezes. She freaks out. She's confused. Because you're supposed to trust your doctor. But if we've actually educated women, young ladies, to know, hey, this is what's appropriate. This is not what's appropriate. Which I think has changed definitely in the last 20, 30 years. I hear less of it than I used to. But then again, now we got some other fucking stupid shit like girls working for Andrew Tate. And whether they're lying or not, guys, whether the girls are making it up or not, they're also, I've had friends, I've worked with prostitutes and people in that industry. And let me tell you something, they do whatever they're told to do, which is also to lie, like to cover them up, especially that mob mafia mentality. I mean, I spent some time with gypsies in Europe. Like, don't even get me started. So, and I know that women do lie. And that's despicable in itself. And I'll definitely stand up for any man. I mean, God, I can tell you guys stories. I'll tell you a story next time because I really got to go. But remind me to tell you about a family member of mine who got divorced and the whole child support thing. Remind me to tell you. Okay? It's a female relative of mine getting divorced. And we were arguing about child support. And at the time, now I hear a little bit more of people supporting men, the masculine side, thanks to the whole extreme toxic masculinity bullshit. They just make everything up. Just pull shit out of their fucking ass. I'm telling you, if they had a farm, and by the way, somebody just wrote, I forgot who it was, but about Owen Benjamin. Do you remember I mentioned him a couple live streams ago? Because I was looking up some post from the Crab Man on Twitter. I think the Crab Man is, I forget what his YouTube name is, but it's not Crab Man. Anyway, I shared some of it, didn't I? Either way, that's part of my tater for todders, the tater files that I'm going to be presenting to you guys. But wait, I just love it. So Owen Benjamin, apparently he was sharing something of him, but I'm like, who's Owen Benjamin, right? And I found out he's a comedian, and apparently he's been for real censored, like even worse than Ye. Like anybody else saying they're censored, like Andrew Tate, but yet he's on Tucker Carlson, he's on Alex Jones, he's on all these platforms, PBD podcast. So no. So apparently there's levels or there's sellout levels. Okay. See, we can go down that rabbit hole, but I'm glad you mentioned him. But again, no such thing as coincidence in how you guys and I are connected, because I'm just starting to get to know Owen Benjamin. And I've spent the last 2 days looking up a bunch of stuff on him, watching a ton of videos and stuff to get to know him. I want to judge him. Like, well, first of all, I don't judge, but I want to have my own opinion, and I don't want anybody else to make me like him or not like him. And I do this with everyone. So I'm glad that you guys mentioned him, because he's got his own farm, he's got his own goats, and I started like really enjoying his video, because especially when I saw one that he did that he was interviewing Dr. Shiva, which I'm going to ask to be a guest on my show. Oh my God. Anyway, for real, gotta go. I'll see you on Locals. Please, thank you. Make sure to like, subscribe. Let them know that we won't be shut down. And thank you. Thank you for all your love and support. Until next time. Or until in a little bit over at Locals. Go see me at Locals. Link in the description below. Or until next time, much love. Have a wonderful day. And don't let the bastards